So magandang hapon po dito at welcome po no dito sa Piso or sa Pinasimpleng Investments para sa OFWs. Ngayon po sa topic natin this afternoon, tutulungan ko po kayo kung paano at saan pwede nating ilagak or saan pwedeng i-invest ang 1,000 piso. Saan naabot ang 1,000 natin? Saan okay mag-invest ng 1K? Ang pangalan ko po ay si Andoy. I am the Business Development and Market Education Head of First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation. Kami po ang stock brokerage arm ng Metro Bank, the best managed bank in the Philippines. And we're not that bad either, ang First Metro Securities po, because as far as Finance Asia is concerned, we were named as the best broker in the Philippines 2017, 2018, and 2019. That's me, and lisensyado po ako na gawin ito. Lisensyado po ako na tulungan kayo, lisensyado po ako na turuan kayo kung paano palaguin ang pera, kung paano mag-ipon, kung paano mag-invest sa maraming lehitimong investment outlets sa Pilipinas. Ang mga licenses ko po are from SEC, from BSP, and just recently from Bloomberg. Obviously, that's me. That's not me. At ang trabaho ko po bago magpandemya, bago po mag-COVID, I go from campus to campus. I bounce from office to office. I get invited to talk to students, to kids, to office people. I go from island to island, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. I go from country to country. I've been to Europe. I've been to the Middle East, several parts of Asia, and the U.S. Embassy. So that's the closest thing I've been to U.S. soil. On official business purposes. I've been able to talk to Philippine national athletes, kids, and of course, the Philippine national government officials. During the pandemic, I saw myself bouncing from Zoom to WebEx to Microsoft Teams at kung ano-ano po pong conferencing platforms, because learning never stops. At hindi dahil may pandemya, dapat tumigil na tayo sa pag-aaral, tumigil na tayo sa pagpapalago ng pera. At kaya po siguro ako nandito, kaya po kami naimbitahan para tulungan kayo at para malaman nyo kung saan-saan ba natin pwedeng ilagay ang pera natin. Hindi mo kailangan ng malaking halaga para makapag-umpisang mag-invest. So, ang importante ditong malaman natin ay gusto kong baguhin ang pananaw mo pagdating sa pera. I'd like to change the way you look at money. Ang pera hindi lang yan panggastos. Ang pera dapat ma-convert natin. Ang pera dapat magawa natin bilang asset. Kasi pag nagawa natin ng tama yun, pag nakapag-budget tayo ng tama, nakapagtabi tayo ng pera, makapag-ipon tayo, pag nakapag-ipon tayo, eventually dapat mag-invest din tayo. Pag nakapag-invest tayo, ang perang i-invest natin hindi kailangang magpahinga. Ang perang ini-invest natin hindi kailangan ng weekend, hindi kailangang magbakasyon, hindi nagkakasakit. Ang pera, nagtatrabaho yan 24/7. Kaya importante na mapagalaw natin at mapagtrabaho natin ang pera natin para lumago at lumago at lumago ang halaga nito to make our money's worth be greater than its cost, kumbaga. Importante na malaman natin na konting-konti lang ang mga lehitimong investment classes sa Pilipinas. Andiyan ang deposito, andiyan ang bonds, andiyan ang stock market, andiyan ang real estate. At ganyan ang forma nila because of their risk, return, and time horizon features. The higher the risk, the higher the return, the lower the risk, the lower the return. Pero ang kagandahan dito, again, they're legitimate. Lehitimo sila. Lehitimo sila kasi mayroong mga government agencies na nag-regulate sa kanila para kung sakaling meron kayong tanong or complaints or mga ibang reklamo pagdating sa investments nyo pagdating sa mga sa pera nyo na inilagay nyo dito sa mga instrumento na to, pwede nyo silang tawagan at pwede kayong magsumbong at magreklamo. Andiyan ang Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, andiyan ang Securities Exchange Commission, andiyan ang Philippine Stock Exchange, andiyan ang Registry of Deeds, andiyan ang HLURB, andiyan ang BIR, no? So sila po ang tumutulong sa mga investors na mga Pilipino para sa mga concerns po nila. Importante na malaman natin to kasi sabi ng Standard & Poor's, 75% daw ng mga Pilipino ay financially illiterate. Hindi natin alam kung paano palaguin ang pera. 80% daw ng mga Pilipino, sabi ng Asian Development Bank, walang plano pagdating sa pera. 90% daw, sabi ng BSP, 90%, 90% ng mga Pilipino hindi nakakapag-ipon dahil hindi kayang mag-ipon. At 99%, halos lahat daw ng mga Pilipino, hindi man lang nag-i-invest sa sarili nating stock market. Kaya po, sabi ng SSS, after everything said and done, pagkatapos nating magtrabaho, imagine nyo, nag-aral tayo ng matagal, nagtrabaho tayo ng mas matagal, pero sabi ng SSS, 97%, 97% daw ng mga Pilipino nagre-retire ng walang ipon. And that's sad. Napakalungkot po nun, pero yan po ang realidad. Kasi hindi po natin napagtatrabaho ng tama ang pera natin dahil sa palagay natin ang pera, panggastos lang. And that's why we're here. Gusto ko pong ipaintindi sa inyo. Kahit po ako ay isang stockbroker, kahit po ako ay nagtatrabaho para sa isang stock brokerage firm, there's no such thing as the MVP of investments. Wala pong pinakamagandang investment instrument. There's no such thing as the best investment instrument. At the end of the day, there's no such thing as the one because all you have to do, ang kailangan nyo pong gawin ay bumuo ng isang portfolio, ay mag-invest sa maraming investment outlets. Dapat meron kayong liquidity sa pamamagitan ng deposits. Dapat meron po kayong stability na ibibigay sa atin sa pamamagitan ng bonds. Ang bonds po, kagandahan yan, pinapakita tayo sa dalawang pamamaraan. Pwede ka pong kumita by way of capital appreciation at sa pamamagitan ng coupon payments na pwede mong makuha kada buwan, kada 3 buwan. Ganun din po sa stocks. Sa stocks, hindi ka lang basta-basta nag-i-invest. Sa stocks po, pagmamay-ari mo, meron kang pagmamay-ari na isang publicly listed na korporasyon. At dahil may-ari ka ng isang korporasyon, kumikita ka rin sa dalawang pamamaraan sa pamamagitan ng capital appreciation when you buy low and sell high. At meron ka rin pong kinikita sa pamamagitan ng dividends or profit sharing. Lalo na po kung ang binibili mong kumpanya ay talagang profitable. So that just goes to show na kung alam mo lang ang pinapasukan mo at kung alam mo ang mga options out there available for you, marami ka po talagang pwedeng pagpilian. At ang kagandahan po sa kanila, legitimate po, legitimate, hindi ka ma-scam, para hindi matangay ang pera mo, ang pinaghirapan mong pera ng investment scammers. At of course, real estate. Kaya po nandiyan sa pinakatuktok ang real estate because it provides us with higher potential return, pero higher din po ang risk because of liquidity issues. Liquidity kasi hindi ganun kadaling magbenta ng real estate property because malaki ang halagang kailangan nating i-google. Malaking halaga ang kailangan mong bitawan para makabili ka ng real estate property at malaki ang kailangang bitawan ng buyer mo kung sakaling gusto mo namang ibenta ang isang real estate property. But on the flip side, ang kagandahan naman po sa real estate ay mataas din ang potential na kita ng pera natin. Simpleng law of supply and demand. Parami ang mga tao na gustong bumili ng real estate property. Ang mga Pilipino, sa atin ng mga Pilipino, life goal yan eh. Pangarap sa buhay ng mga Pilipino ang magkaroon ng sariling bahay at lupa. Pero ang problema, hindi tayo nadadagdagan ng real estate properties. Hindi tayo nadadagdagan ng bakanteng lote. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo po, ang mga real estate developers natin, ang ginagawa po nila, vertical ang construction. Bibili ng isang lupa, isang parcel ng lupa, tapos ang construction yan pataas para mas marami pong tao ang makatira. Kaya po nagsusulputan, 'di ba, over the past 10, 20 years ang mga condominium development. Sa mga residential properties po, hindi na masyadong uso ang bungalow. ginagawa na nila, kung meron mang bungalow, nire-renovate nila para magkaroon ng second floor. Yung iba, hindi pa nasisiyahan sa second floor, may third floor, may roof deck. Because again, real estate is scarce. No? Yung law of supply and demand, the more and more people demanding real estate, the higher it brings the prices up. And the less and less supply of real estate, of course, ganun din, tataas din po ang property prices. That's why my recommendation really is for you not to focus on just one investment outlet. Dapat po meron tayo lahat yan. And again, ang kagandahan po dyan is you don't need a lot of money for you to start investing. Lalo na if we go deposits, bonds, stocks, and eventually mutual funds to get all of them. All right? Investing is personal. Importante to factor in your very own personality, your lifestyle, your goals, your sensitivities into the mix. Investment professionals like us, like me, should actually be talking less and asking more. It's only during interviews like this, presentations like this, na ako yung madalas magsalita. Because again, I'm a resource person. I'm supposed to talk. But in the real world, sa totoong buhay po, pag may mga meetings ako with clients, with friends, with relatives, with potential investors, I'm actually the one asking more. Ako po yung tanong kasi gusto kong mas makilala kayo. Importante na makilala ko po kayo para mas malaman ko, bakit ka ba nag-i-invest? Magkanong halaga ba ang willing kang i-invest? Magkanong halaga ba ang maidadagdag mo kada buwan? Magkanong halaga ba ang gusto mong bunutin mula sa investments mo sa loob ng 1 taon, sa loob ng 3 taon, sa loob ng 10 taon, o baka higit pa. Kasi importante po na malaman ko kung saan kayo nanggagaling para po makapag-recommend ako ng tama based on what you know, based on what you have, and based on what you'd like to accomplish. So kaya po maraming tanungan ang kailangan, but at the end of the day, hindi naman po siya komplikadong gawin. Importante lang po na magkaroon tayo ng avenue to talk, magkaroon tayo ng avenue to discuss for us to understand each other better. All right? Ang isa pa po sa gusto kong iparating sa inyo, hindi po nasasagot ng saving at investing lahat. Importante rin po na dapat marunong tayong mag-budget ng pera kasi ang daling magturo kung paano mag-save, kung paano mag-ipon, ang daling magturo kung paano mag-invest, kung paano mamuhunan. Pero kung walang pera na pang-ipon, kung walang pera na i-invest, wala ring kwenta ang usapan. Kaya importante po na dapat meron kayong naitatabing pera at na nagiging posible po yun kung meron kayong budgeting, kung meron kayong plano, kung marunong ka mag-budget. Kasi pagdating po sa paggastos, lalo na sa atin, no, sa mga kabayan natin, sa mga OFWs, hindi po dapat priority natin ang pagpapadala ng kung ano-anong bagay sa Pilipinas, lalo na po kung hindi naman to masyadong nagagamit dito sa klima natin. Hindi po natin sinasabi na wag yung gawin yon. Pero mas maganda po na i-prioritize natin yung mga bagay na talagang magagamit ng mga kamag-anak natin dito. Or better yet, bago natin bilhin yung mga bagay na ipapadala natin, siguraduhin muna natin na tayo bilang source ng income nila, tayo bilang let's say breadwinners ng pamilya, merong naitatabi para sa atin. Kasi kung trabaho ka ng trabaho nang wala ka namang nakikitang pinupuntahan yung pinagtatrabahuhan mo, to a certain extent nakaka-depresyon. Hindi mo nakikita na nakakaipon ka para pambili ng sarili mong gamit, nakakabili ka ng sarili mong damit, sapatos, lahat ipinapadala mo. It's just going to add up to your homesickness, no? Kaya ang importante dito is tingnan natin saan ba tayo pwedeng maglagay ng pera para yung pera natin nagtatrabaho din. Kasi nga sabi natin kanina, no, ang pera kapag na-invest ng tama, ang pera kapag naipon ng tama, it's just going to make us more money. Kasi ang pera hindi kailangan magpahinga. Ang pera nagtatrabaho lang yan. Hindi kailangan magbakasyon, hindi kailangan matulog. It just keeps on working. So I'd like you to harness the power of your money. On spending wisely, hindi importante kung gaano kalaki ang kinikita mo. Ang importante kung gaano kaliit ang nagagastos mo, kung gaano karami ang naitatabi mo. It doesn't matter how little or how big you're earning. You become rich when you start to manage your spending. Ang pera hindi lang yan dapat pinanggagastos. Ang pera dapat yan pinapalago at hindi mo siya mapapalago kung wala kang naitatabi. That's why importante ang pagbabudget. No? Isa pa sa kailangan nating maintindihan is kapag po tayo nag-invest, lalo na ang mga kabayan natin, mga OFWs, no, nakatulong po kayo sa paglago ng ekonomiya ng bansa. Hindi lang dahil sa mga dolyares or sa foreign currencies na pinapadala nyo sa mga kamag-anak nyo, pero dahil nakakatulong din kayo sa paglago ng ekonomiya, lalo na kung mag-i-invest kayo. Ang problema, hindi natin nararamdaman ang paglago ng ekonomiya kasi karamihan ang pera natin naka-deposit lang. Ang pera natin, I'm not discouraging you. Hindi ko po sinasabing huwag kayong mag-ipon o mag-deposito ng pera, pero hindi po ganoon kalaki ang kinikita ng deposit accounts natin. Just recently, the bigger banks in the Philippines, nag-slash po sila ng deposit interest rates from 0.25%, gano'n na lang po ngayon, 0.125% na lang. So hinati pa nila yung maliit na, mas lumiit pa. That's why your money is hardly working. But if you invest, that's the time you're going to start feeling the economic growth because that's money working hard. Yung pera nyo po, naka-invest na sa mga construction companies, sa mga real estate firms, sa mga groceries, sa mga malls na pinupuntahan ng pera ng mga tao, lalo na po nitong pandemya. Not malls, no, but yung mga consumer-driven businesses. So, yun po ang isa sa importanteng malaman nyo, no, na ang pera nyo, hindi lang napapakinabangan nyo, hindi lang napapakinabangan ng pamilya nyo, pero napapakinabangan din ng ibang Pilipino dahil nakakatulong po sila sa paglago ng ekonomiya. Isa po sa pinaka pwede nating tingnan na investment outlet are stocks. Sa stocks, hindi mo kailangan maging graduate, hindi mo kailangan maging finance graduate, hindi mo kailangan ng maraming pera, hindi mo kailangan maintindihan yung mga complex numbers or complex charts, at hindi mo kailangan tutukan ng stock market. Sa stocks, kailangan mo lang maintindihan na bumibili ka ng parte ng isang publicly listed na negosyo. Marami kang pwedeng pagpilian, mga close to 300 listed stocks sa Pilipinas. But the good thing about that is meron kang pwedeng pagpilian na the best of the best. Ang tawag natin doon are blue chips or index stocks. Yan po ang bumubuo, no? Kung ano po yung nakikita nyo dyan. Yan po ang 30 sa pinaka-stable, pinaka-kumikita at pinaka-matatatag na mga kumpanya sa Pilipinas. Andyan po sila hindi dahil sikat sila, nandyan po sila dahil sila po ay historically proven to outlast economic downturns, na kahit may problema sa ekonomiya o minsan kahit sa politika, namamayagpag pa rin po sila. Tinatangkilik pa rin po ng mga Pilipino or even people outside the Philippines yung mga products and services nila. They're one of the biggest in their respective industries. Isa po sila sa pinakamalaki, kung hindi sa pinakamalaki sa kanilang mga sektor. Top of mind. Pag sinabing beverage, meron kang isang brand na may isip agad. Pag sinabing fast food chain, meron kang isang brand na may isip agad. Sila po isa sa mga pinakasikat sa kanilang mga industriya. At pinaka-importante sa lahat bilang investor, importante sa atin to, they're consistent when it comes to dividend payments. They can do that because, sabi nga natin, ang dividends, profit sharing. You can't share what you don't have. So that means if they're consistent in dividend payments, that also means they're consistently profitable. All right? So when it comes to investing in stocks, you're putting your money in the principal drivers of the economy. Ito yung sinasabi natin, nakakatulong ka sa progreso, nakakatulong ka sa bounce back efforts ng Philippines. But at the same time, it also allows you to own a business without having to run a business. Pag magpapatakbo ka ng negosyo, kailangan mo na ng kapital, kailangan mo pa ng oras, at kailangan mo pa ng expertise. Sabihin na natin na meron kang kapital, sabihin na natin na meron kang oras para i-google sa negosyo. Pero kung hindi ka expert sa pagpapatakbo ng negosyo, malaki rin ang posibilidad na malugi yung negosyo mo. Ang stock market, pinapabayaan ka. Ang stock market, pinapabayaan ka na makapili ng existing na negosyo sa Pilipinas na pinapatakbo ng mga magagaling na negosyante. Kaya hindi mo na kailangang patakbuhin yung stock na binibili mo. You're pretty much buying your ownership, but when it comes to running the business, you're allowing these tycoons, these very successful businessmen in managing or in doing what they do best. No? Alibaba's the biggest online store, but it has zero inventory. Uber is still the largest taxi company in the world, but has no vehicles. Despite laying off several thousands of workers, Airbnb is still the largest accommodations provider in the world, but has zero properties. Facebook is the biggest media owner but has no content. And in the same manner, First Metro Securities would like to help Filipinos make millions. We would like to help OFWs make millions even without having millions. We would like you to start investing even without having a lot of money by way of the stock market. The stock market allows you to become instant businessmen, instant entrepreneurs by co-owning already successful businesses for as low as 5,000 pesos. Again, the good thing about investing in stocks, you earn two ways. Dalawang source po ang kita ng pera sa stock market. Capital appreciation when you buy low and you sell high, and at the same time dividends. You get a share of the company's profits every time they declare dividends. You get it directly credited to your stock brokerage account. So minsan gigising ka na lang, may kita mo meron kang extra 20,000 pesos, 60,000 pesos, 170,000 pesos sa stock brokerage firm mo. Tapos pag-check mo ng ledger mo, saan siya nanggaling? Dividend pala galing sa isang share na meron ka. So again, it's one of the more affordable ways of injecting your money in the principal as a principal driver of the economy. At ang kagandahan po nun, it's a legitimate outlet. Hindi ka po mangangamba na matangay ang pera mo ng investment scammers because you are putting your money in legitimate, registered businesses, and you are relying on the management teams of these successful companies. No? How about mutual funds? Kung wala kang masyadong panahon para tutukan ang merkado, andyan po ang mutual funds. Ang mutual funds po, they are investment outlets from investors like you and me. We pool our money together, kumbaga sa pag-iipon ng pera, parang bakas-bakas tayo. We pool our money together, tapos ini-entrust po natin yun sa fund manager. Ang fund manager, bibili po siya ng mga investment outlets na bagay sa personalidad natin. Natatandaan niyo po, kanina sabi natin, no, dapat nagtatanong ang fund manager kung ano-ano ba ang mga gusto mong makamit sa buhay, magkano ba ang kaya mong i-invest ngayon, magkano ang dagdag na investments, gaano kakatagal pwedeng mag-invest. Yung mga bagay na makakatulong sa kanila para mag-decide, itong si Andoy, ilalagay ko yung pera niya sa stocks kasi pwede siya, naiintindihan yung stocks. Depende yan sa personalities natin. No? At kapag na-invest niya na yon at kumita yung investment outlets na yon, ibabalik yun sa atin sa pamamagitan ng capital appreciation. At paminsan-minsan sa mutual funds, meron ding tinatawag na stock dividends, so additional shares of mutual funds. Ang kagandahan nito, marami kang pwedeng pagpilian. If you're a conservative investor, you have money market funds. If you're somewhere in between, you have bond funds. You have balanced funds, which is a combination of bonds and stocks. You have equity funds. You have index funds. Remember, the best of the best. So kung gusto mo naka-invest lang ang pera mo sa blue chip stocks, choose index funds because it copies or tracks the composition of a specific index or benchmark. And in the Philippines, ang benchmark natin na nagpe-prevail, ang pinakasikat, is the Philippine Stock Exchange Index or blue chips. Why even consider investing in mutual funds? Well, it's instant diversification. Isang mutual fund lang ang bibilin mo, automatic siguro mga 20, 30, or 40 underlying investments agad ang ma-own mo, makukuha mo. It allows you to take advantage of the expertise of full-time professional fund managers. It allows you to invest in legitimate investment outlets without having to spend a fortune. Nung unang panahon, para makabili ka ng mutual fund, kailangan mo mag-invest ng 50,000 pesos. Hindi na po ganun. Kailangan mo ng 25,000, hindi na po ganun. Kailangan mo ng 10,000, hindi na po ganun. Kailangan mo ng 5,000, hindi na po. for as little as 1,000 pesos. Pwede na po kayong mag-invest. Kaya nga po consistent with the title of this program of ours, saan naabot ang 1K mo? Saan okay mag-invest ng 1K? Mutual funds allow you to invest in your 1,000 pesos. Again, legitimately. It's as if you're getting a discount because investors can afford to invest in higher yielding securities and higher yielding assets na normally hindi natin kayang bilhin. Nabibili natin ng higher yielding securities na yun kasi sabi nga natin, pinagbabakas-bakas natin ang pera natin para makabuo ng malaking halaga. Legal po ito, hindi po ito scam. It's legitimate. Meron siyang sariling batas. It's established under RA 2629 or the Investment Company Act. It's tax-free. Ang kinikita po nyo dito, ang earnings from mutual funds, exempt yan from capital gains tax. It's registered. The mutual fund itself is registered. And professionals like me are registered sa Securities Exchange Commission. Kaya po bago kayo mag-invest, pwede nyong i-check ang website ng SEC para malaman nyo, is this mutual fund company registered? Si Andoy Beltran, is this guy introducing mutual funds to us? Is he even registered? Makikita nyo po dun sa roster of registered mutual fund companies and roster of registered mutual fund representatives ang pangalan namin, pangalan ko in particular. And it provides us with sure liquidity. Hindi mo kailangang maghanap ng buyer kung magbebenta ka at hindi mo kailangang maghanap ng seller kung gusto mong bumili. The mutual fund company will take care of that for you. And you're sure to find your perfect match. There's a mutual fund for every investor type. Sabi nga natin, if you're conservative, you may start with money market funds. If you're somewhere in between, pwede kang bond funds or balanced funds. If you're aggressive, pwede ka nang mag-invest sa stocks, index funds. And eventually it will open doors to other investment outlets kasi nga it just goes up from there. You're going to end up wanting for more. If you're going to end up looking for more. Pag medyo naiintindihan mo na how stocks work, how mutual funds work, andyan ng exchange traded funds, andyan ng real estate investment trust, something we can talk about in perhaps over the next few episodes. No? Sa stock market, parang si Vin Diesel. Parang ikaw ang driver. Okay? Ikaw ang may full control kung saan ka hihinto para bumili ng stock at saan ka hihinto para magbenta ng stock. You have full control. Again, ikaw ang driver. Ikaw ang nagsasabi kung saan ka dadaan. Kakaliwa ka ba? Kakanan ka ba? Hihinto ka ba? Gusto mo bang pabilisin ang takbo ng sasakyan? At dahil ikaw ang driver, kailangan ng oras, kailangan ng effort, at kailangan ng focus galing sa'yo bilang investor. Ang kagandahan nun, sa mutual fund, meron kang driver. Ikaw ang pasahero. Ang problema lang, well, hindi naman problema, pero ang limitation nun, yung driver ang nagsasabi kung saan siya pupunta. Yung driver ang nagde-decide saan siya hihinto, kakaliwa ba siya, kakanan siya, hihinto ba siya, magmamadali ba siya. Kasi ang driver mo ay ang fund manager mo, ang mutual fund manager mo. So kung gusto mong bumili ng isang stock, pero ayaw ng fund manager mo, wala kang magagawa because you are paying your fund manager with fund management fee to make decisions for you. Binabayaran mo siya para gumawa ng desisyon para sa'yo, hindi para makinig sa'yo. Again, because between you and your mutual fund manager, mas may expertise naman siya. Okay? Yun yung dahilan bakit ine-entrust mo sa kanya yung pera niya. But ang kagandahan nun, it will require less focus from you as the investor. Alam mo na professional, alam mo na expert ang nag-handle ng pera mo. So kapag nakabili ka na ng mutual fund, pwedeng mag-enjoy ka na. Pwedeng magtrabaho ka na, pwedeng yung time, effort, and energy mo, i-google mo na sa mga bagay na kung saan ka talaga nag-excel. No? So yun ang kagandahan ng mutual funds. Pero isa pa sa gusto kong i-introduce sa inyo, ang ETF or ang exchange traded fund. Kasi pwedeng hindi ka naman mamili between stocks and mutual funds. Pwedeng pareho sila makuha mo. At makukuha mo siya sa ETF or exchange traded fund. Ang kagandahan nito sa Pilipinas, meron lang tayong nag-iisa na exchange-traded fund. Ang tawag sa kanya is First Metro Philippine Equity Exchange-Traded Fund. In short, FMETF. It's ours, and I'm proud to call it ours. It's the first and still the only exchange-traded fund in the Philippines. Ano ba ang exchange-traded fund? Ang exchange-traded fund ay mutual fund at stock at index tracker fund sa isang produkto, sa isang napakagandang produkto. Etong the best of the best, yung sinasabi natin na blue chip stocks, index stocks, kung bibilin nyo sila isa-isa, siguro mga 750,000 pesos ang gagastusin mo. Kung bibili mo sila isa-isa, yung minimum board lot nila, 700,000 pesos. But kung bibilin mo sila lahat na nasa loob ng exchange-traded fund, ang kailangan mo lang, surprise, surprise, 1,000 pesos. Makakabili ka ng mga 10 shares ng FMETF. Imagine, being able to buy the best of the best companies, the best of the best stocks in the Philippines, the blue chip stocks, for as little as 1,000 pesos through a legitimate broker. All you really need to know is it's possible. And you can do that even if you are outside the Philippines because everything can be done online and paperless. FMETF allows you to buy one ETF and get 30 blue chip stocks in one amazing, amazing product. We like it because it's super simple. We like it because it's super tradable. Ibig sabihin, pag binili mo siya ng umaga, pwede mo na siyang ibenta the very next day. Pwede mo siyang ibenta ng hapon. There's no such thing as holding period. And of course, it's affordable. Imagine the best of the best for only 1,000 pesos. I'd like you to understand that investing also needs time. You need to be patient. Investing long-term beats short-term volatility. Ito po, what I highlighted here are the bear markets. If I'd like to encourage you to invest, sana hindi ko na pinakita to, baka matakot pa kayo, no? But all I'm really after is, I'd like you to realize that these bad news, these bad market years, they don't last forever. These lasted 10 months, 6 months, 7 months, 4 months, and then the market just rebounded. This is from 1987 to 2016. And all I really like you to understand is if there's something you need to do right now, nabagsak ang ekonomiya, nabagsak ang karamihan ng presyo ng mga stocks, it's for you to take advantage of the discount. Because if in doing so, you get to buy more stocks. You get to buy stocks cheap. You get to buy stocks at a discount. And it's going to be to your advantage. Pag nagpa-petics pa tayo, pag sinabi, hindi, tsaka na lang, baka hindi na maulit to. So sayang yung opportunity. And kung titingnan natin, no, itong mga notable bear markets na to, there's a reason behind them. The Asian financial crisis, the dot-com bubble, SARS outbreak, MERS-CoV, we've been there. It caused the stock market to crash, but the stock market just keeps on recovering. And who knows, baka nasa recovery mode na tayo ngayon. So it's really worth taking advantage of. Hindi ko po ito ginagawa para madaliin kayo na mag-invest. Ginagawa ko po ito, sinasabi ko po sa inyo to as a friendly reminder na baka matagalan ulit bago magkaroon ng opportunity for us to take advantage of. So that's just that's long-term investing in a nutshell. But then again, no regrets because what you can still do is more important than what you may have failed to do. Kung ano yung mga kaya mo pang gawin, mas importante yon kaysa sa mga bagay na hindi mo nagawa. Importante yan kasi walang 1% ng mga Pilipino ang nag-i-invest. Pero halos kalahati ng mga Pilipino merong social media account. Walang 1% ng mga Pilipino ang merong online stock brokerage account. Pero halos lahat tayo merong online social media account. Kailangan mo lang ng 5 minuto para mag-invest online. Kada sweldo, kada katapusan, 5 minuto. But during the pandemic, we are averaging at the very least 3 hours and 42 minutes a day surfing online. Only 10% of Filipinos save, but 83% of us keep on buying gadgets every 12 months or so. Imagine yung phones natin, perfectly fine, but 12 months from now, bibili na naman tayo ng bago just because gusto nating uso. Gusto natin updated, gusto natin parating modern yung gadget natin. And our gadgets are costing us, what, 30, 50, 70,000 pesos. And that's a lot. Filipinos keep on telling us the reason why they're not saving, the reason why they're not investing is because, Andoy, I don't have time. We have time. We just choose to spend our time doing the wrong stuff. It only takes us, again, 5 minutes to save online, to transfer money online, to invest online, to buy stocks online, to buy FM ETF online. 5 minutes. But we still choose to burn a lot of time doing practically nothing. Filipinos say the reason why they're not saving, they're not investing is because they don't have money. We actually have money. We just choose to spend our money buying the wrong, unnecessary stuff. So I'd like you to be wise when it comes to your money decisions, when it comes to your money. I'd like you to be very responsible. And I'd like you to budget, save, and invest. When it comes to our decisions, no, pagdating sa trabaho, saan ka kakain, saan ka magbabakasyon pagkatapos nitong pandemya, even when it comes to choosing our life partners, the common denominator is we'd like to arrive at the best possible choice. We'd like to make that best possible choice. And even if we are conservative, aggressive, or somewhere in between as investors, we'd still like to arrive at the best possible investment choice. And that's where we come in. I'd like you to, never settle for the average. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you have all the right to be choosy. That's pretty much perhaps the reason why we're the best. We provide our clients with one account for every investment need: stocks, mutual funds, and more. We allow you to invest in ALFM, ATR Asset Management, FAMI, PhilAm Asset Management, PhilEquity, and Sun Life Asset Managed Mutual Funds for that multi-asset, multi-currency online platform. Speaking of PhilAm Asset Management, speaking of money market, bonds, and stocks, you can simply open a First Metro Sec account and get access to PhilAm's PhilAm Bond Fund, PAMI Equity Index Fund, PhilAm Fund, and PhilAm Managed Income Fund for as little as what? 1,000 pesos. Imagine, 1,000 pesos can get you access to bond funds, index funds, managed income fund from PhilAm Asset Management. How about Sun Life Asset Management? For as little as 1,000 pesos, you get to diversify your portfolio further. Sun Life Prosperity Balanced Fund. Again, a mix of bond and equity funds. Sun Life Prosperity Bond Fund, 100% bonds. Sun Life Prosperity Equity Fund. Sun Life Prosperity Government Securities Fund. Sun Life Prosperity Philippine Stock Index Fund. And Sun Life Prosperity Money Market Fund for your liquidity needs. Again, money market, bond, balanced equity funds for as little as 1,000 pesos. Again, just to prove that we're not kidding. Your 1,000 pesos can be invested, and they can be invested in legitimate investment outlets in the Philippines too, to help you help the Philippines bounce back. They are quarantine investments, meaning they are investment outlets which you can avail of even if you're outside the Philippines. They're quarantine investments. They're investment outlets you can invest in even if you are under quarantine. If you're under quarantine, even if you're in the Philippines, you're afraid to go out, you may invest in them. Deposits, money market, direct, mutual funds, everything with First Metro Sec. Bonds, whether direct or through bond funds, with First Metro Sec. Stocks, whether direct or through mutual funds, equity funds, or FM ETF, with First Metro Sec. Real estate, of course, not direct, but through real estate investment trust with First Metro Sec. Everything in one amazing account. So that's quarantine investments all in your pocket, minus the forms, minus the queuing, minus the sales loads, fees, and commissions, minus the hassle. Without you having to send documents from wherever you are in the world to the Philippines, without you having to consularize documents, no need for that. No need for those. We have timely and actionable daily research reports for your fundamental analysis for free. We have automated chart pattern recognition system for your technical analysis for free. We have more funding options. You have Metro Remit for OFWs, Metrobank over-the-counter, Metrobank bills payment online, BDO bills payment online, BPI bills payment online, Land Bank iAccess, GCash, Coins.ph, MasterCard funding, Visa credit card funding, 7-Eleven, Click, NCCC and LCC kiosk funding, everything for your convenience. All right. And of course, we happen to have the best market education, investor education programs there is. Whether you're in the Philippines or outside the country, my team from Luzon, Visayas to Mindanao would be more than happy to accommodate your requests for webinars, for schools, for students, for your office, for your family and friends. Just send an invite over, and then we're going to make that happen. Because we'd like you to understand anything and everything investments from basics to advanced in the comforts of your own office or campus or home. We're customizing the presentation to fit the audience's profile, and we can conduct it in English, in Tagalog, in Taglish, or even in Bisaya. If that's not enough, we have a YouTube channel which you can take advantage of. It's loaded with webinars, online learning sessions, tutorials, from basics to advanced, because learning never stops. All you need to do is to visit our official YouTube channel and then choose from among a wide variety of topics. Ang kagandahan nito, it's it's something you can take advantage of during your downtime. Pag naka-day off ka, kapag nagla-lunch ka, so it's just 20 minutes, 11 minutes, 7 minutes, very bite-sized pieces of information na hindi naman masyadong overwhelming. And of course, we have a 24/7 help desk para kahit weekend, kahit beyond trading hours na at may tanong ka, may concern ka, pwedeng mag-leave ka ng email sa amin, pwedeng mag-leave ka ng message sa amin, but hopefully our e-help desk can provide answers to your questions. No? We have the voluntary investment program, which allows employers to allow their employees to invest regularly through stocks, mutual funds, or FMETF for as little as 1.5 per month. We're completely paperless, no, from statements to account opening. Account opening, all you need to do is to visit www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. Pakilala nyo lang yung sarili nyo sa amin. What's your name? What's your username? What's your password? Saan ka nakatira? Everything can be done in under 10 minutes. And again, it's online and completely paperless. Just remember though that in step number 2, especially in your case, mga kabayan, in step number 2, when you get asked by the system, how did you learn about us? Just click seminar or event and then type kabayan. Importante to kasi this will be your what you call this, your ticket. This will be your raffle ticket to our prizes. We're raffling off 10 First Metro Sec shirts, t-shirts. We're raffling off 10 First Metro Sec baseball caps, and we're raffling off GCs or gift certificates, no, from our mutual fund partners, Sun Life Asset Management and Philam Asset Management, worth 3,000 pesos, 5,000 pesos, and 10,000 pesos. And then step number 3, simply upload your documents online. You just need to come up with a sheet of bond paper, sign that thrice, lagay mo yung ID mo doon, take a photo of that, upload that online. Any proof of bank account, for as long as meron kang Philippine bank account, take a photo of the proof that you have a Philippine bank account. Dapat lang merong account number na makikita. Take a photo of that, upload online. Any proof of address sa Pilipinas, kahit hindi nakapangalan sa'yo, basta consistent with the address you declared in the form, take a photo of that, and then upload online. Everything, again, in less than 10 minutes. Online and paperless. You need to understand, though, that in order for you to take advantage of, in order for you to activate your account, eventually, you're going to have to fund it with 5,000 pesos. as an initial investment. But that 5,000 pesos is readily investable. Hindi po yan yung tinatawag na maintaining balance, hindi po yan yun. That 5,000 pesos is all yours. Pwede mo siyang gamitin agad pang bili ng stocks or mutual funds or FM ETF. Kung nahihirapan kayo na mag-invest agad ng 5,000 pesos, what you can possibly do is mag-ipon kayo ng 1,000 pesos kada sweldo. It will just take you 5 sweldos, 5 paydays, or 2.5 months para makabuo ng 5,000 pesos to comply with this requirement. So open lang kayo ng account, and then pag na-activate niyo yung account nyo, mag-ipon kayo. 1,000 pesos kada sweldo, 1,000 pesos kada sweldo. Pag nakalimang sweldo na kayo, may 5,000 pesos na kayo, then pwede nyo nang i-fund yun sa First Metro Sec for you to start investing in stocks or mutual funds. And then after that, pag na-complete nyo na yung 5,000, pwedeng for 1,000 na ulit. Balik na sa 1,000 kada sweldo or 1,000 kada buwan. Alright? Tandaan nyo po na meron din kaming Viber community para po sa regular updates. We also have WhatsApp groups for updates. But I'm also strongly encouraging you to join our First Metro Sec community para po matuto kayo mula sa iba naming mga kliyente, sa mga customers, at para ma-update din po kayo sa mga happenings, no, sa stock market, para malaman nyo anong nangyayari sa merkado, anong nangyayari, bakit lumalaki, ba't kumikita yung pera ko, bakit hindi masyadong gumagalaw yung investments ko. So andun lahat, makikita nyo yung mga updates mula sa amin. And again, kagandahan, no, nasa Facebook lang siya. Okay? So if there's anything you need to learn about us, everything can be searched sa website namin, www.firstmetrosec.com.ph. We're everywhere on social media, from Facebook, sabi ko nga, YouTube channel, Twitter, and Instagram at First Metro Sec. And if you happen to have concerns, you may reach me. If you have questions, if you have speaking engagements or webinar invites, you may reach me via abeltran@firstmetrosec.com.ph. So that being said, please allow me to reiterate that when it comes to investing, there's no such thing as a guarantee. But if you don't budget, if you don't save, and if you don't invest your hard-earned money, nothing will happen. That, kabayan, is my guarantee. If you keep on spending and spending and spending money, you're going to keep on losing and losing and losing money. Ang pera, hindi lang yan inimbento para gastusin. If you're successful enough in saving money, in budgeting money, and hopefully in investing money, you allow your money to make more money. And if you allow your money to make more money, it's going to help you reach your goals faster. And again, never underestimate the power of making those small steps. Minsan kasi yung mga maliliit na steps na yun yung talagang mas madaling gawin. Hindi mo kailangang mag-invest ng marami, hindi mo kailangang mag-invest ng malaking halaga. One small amount per payday, 1,000 pesos per payday can mean a lot. All right? So again, mga kabayan, this has been Andoy Beltran from First Metro Sec. Thanking you so much for listening to this webinar. And for your questions, let's go to the next portion of the program. So thank you so much.